silence. I'm Marcus Sage, your host, and I'm here to whisper you peacefully to sleep while we discover the comforting world of culinary traditions together. Let's explore the gentle art of cooking through soft-spoken stories about food, recipes, and the fascinating history behind our favorite dishes. Tonight, we're diving into the warm, satisfying world of peanut butter banana pancakes. We'll journey through the ancient origins of pancakes themselves, explore how peanut butter and bananas became such beloved breakfast companions, and walk through every step of creating these delicious morning treats. Along the way, we'll uncover the surprising stories behind each ingredient, from the humble grain that becomes our flour to the tropical fruit that adds natural sweetness to every bite. If you enjoy these relaxing cooking explorations, please give this video a gentle thumbs up and consider subscribing for more whispered culinary adventures. I'd love to hear about your own favorite pancake memories in the comments below, so share a story about the most memorable pancakes you've ever enjoyed. You'll find the complete recipe waiting for you in the description, ready whenever you want to try making these yourself. Alright, let's get cooking. The story of pancakes begins thousands of years ago, long before kitchens had the conveniences we know today. Archaeological evidence suggests that humans have been making simple flat cakes from ground grains and water since the Stone Age, around 30,000 years ago. These early versions were cooked on hot stones and bore little resemblance to the fluffy stacks we enjoy today, but they represented humanity's first steps toward transforming basic ingredients into something more satisfying and nourishing. Ancient civilizations across the globe developed their own versions of these grain-based cakes. The Greeks and Romans made pancakes they called taginites and alita dalcia, mixing wheat flour with olive oil, honey, and curdled milk. These were often served during religious festivals and special occasions, marking pancakes as celebratory food from their earliest documented history. During medieval times, pancakes became associated with Shrove Tuesday, the day before Lent began in Christian traditions. Families would use up rich ingredients like eggs, milk, and butter before the fasting period, creating what we now know as Pancake Day or Fat Tuesday. This tradition spread throughout Europe and eventually traveled to the New World with early settlers. The pancakes we recognize today began taking shape in America during the colonial period. Dutch settlers brought their pannenkoeken recipes, while German immigrants contributed their own variations. But it was the invention of baking powder in the mid-1800s that truly revolutionized pancake making, allowing home cooks to create the light, fluffy texture that defines American-style pancakes. Native American tribes had been making corn-based flat cakes long before European arrival, using ground corn meal and water cooked on hot stones. These indigenous techniques influenced colonial cooking and contributed to the development of regional pancake varieties throughout early America. The 1800s saw pancakes become a staple of American breakfast culture. Logging camps, mining towns, and frontier settlements relied on pancakes as an economical, filling meal that could feed large groups of workers. Chuck wagon cooks on cattle drives perfected portable pancake recipes that required minimal ingredients and equipment. By the early 1900s, pancake houses began appearing in American cities, and the first pancake mixes were developed for home convenience. Aunt Jemima Pancake Mix, introduced at the 1893 World's Fair in Chicago, revolutionized home pancake making and established pancakes as a weekend family tradition. The Great Depression era saw pancakes gain even more popularity as an affordable, satisfying meal that could stretch limited food budgets. Families developed creative ways to enhance basic pancake recipes with whatever ingredients they had available, leading to countless regional variations and family traditions that persist today. This foundation of pancake history sets the stage for understanding how creative additions like peanut butter and bananas found their way into this beloved breakfast dish, transforming simple grain cakes into the rich, flavorful treats we'll be exploring together tonight. The marriage of peanut butter and bananas in American cuisine tells a fascinating story of innovation, accessibility, and the evolution of comfort food. While pancakes had been nourishing families for centuries, it took the unique food culture of 20th century America to bring together these distinctive flavors in such a memorable way. Peanut butter's journey to American tables began with the Aztecs and Incas, who ground peanuts into paste centuries before European contact. However, the smooth, sweet peanut butter we know today emerged from the health food movement of the late 1800s. Dr. John Harvey Kellogg, famous for his breakfast cereals, patented a process for creating peanut butter in 1895, initially marketing it as a nutritious protein source for patients at his Battle Creek Sanitarium. The early 1900s saw peanut butter transform from a health food novelty into a mainstream American staple. Companies like Skippy and Jif refined the manufacturing process, creating consistent textures and flavors that appealed to families across the country. By the 1920s, peanut butter had become affordable enough for regular household use, coinciding perfectly with the rise of sliced bread and the iconic peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Bananas followed a different path to American popularity. Native to Southeast Asia, bananas were exotic luxuries in the United States until the late 1800s. The United Fruit Company, established in 1899, revolutionized banana importation by developing refrigerated shipping methods and establishing plantations throughout Central America. This made bananas widely available and affordable for the first time in American history. The 1920s marked a turning point for banana consumption in America. Improved transportation and storage methods meant that bananas could reach even small towns in good condition. Marketing campaigns promoted bananas as healthy, convenient snacks, and they quickly became associated with American prosperity and modern living. The combination of peanut butter and bananas gained cultural significance during the Great Depression. Both ingredients were relatively inexpensive, nutritionally dense, and had good shelf life, making them practical choices for families managing tight budgets. The pairing provided protein, healthy fats, and natural sugars in a satisfying combination that could stretch meal portions and keep families feeling full longer. World War II further cemented this flavor partnership in American food culture. Rationing made traditional breakfast ingredients like bacon and eggs less available, while peanut butter and bananas remained accessible. The post-war boom of the 1950s saw creative home cooking flourish as families had more leisure time and disposable income. Women's magazines began featuring innovative pancake recipes that went beyond basic flour and egg combinations. Peanut butter banana pancakes appeared in publications like Good Housekeeping and Better Homes and Gardens, often presented as special weekend treats or children's favorites. The 1960s brought increased interest in nutrition and natural foods, which worked in favor of this ingredient combination. Nutritionists praised the protein amount of peanut butter and the potassium and natural sugars found in bananas. Parents appreciated having a breakfast option that felt indulgent while still providing genuine nutritional benefits for growing children. Regional variations began developing across different parts of America. Southern cooks often added a touch of vanilla or cinnamon to complement the peanut butter's richness. West Coast variations sometimes incorporated whole wheat flour or added nuts for extra texture. Midwest families developed techniques for swirling peanut butter directly into pancake batter, creating marbled effects that delighted children. The combination gained additional cultural cachet through its association with Elvis Presley, whose love of peanut butter and banana sandwiches became legendary. While not directly related to pancakes, this celebrity endorsement helped establish peanut butter and banana as a sophisticated flavor pairing rather than just a budget-friendly necessity. Modern food science has validated what home cooks discovered through experimentation. The proteins in peanut butter help create structure in pancake batter, while the natural sugars in bananas contribute to browning and flavor development during cooking. The fats in peanut butter add richness and help create tender texture, while bananas provide moisture that keeps pancakes from becoming dry. This evolution from practical Depression-era cooking to beloved comfort food demonstrates how American cuisine develops through creativity, necessity, and the willingness to experiment with available ingredients. Creating perfect peanut butter banana pancakes requires attention to both ingredient quality and technique. The beauty of this recipe lies in its simplicity, using pantry staples transformed through careful preparation into something truly special. Let's walk through everything you'll need and the gentle process of bringing these ingredients together. For the pancakes themselves, you'll need 1 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. These dry ingredients form the foundation that will give your pancakes their structure and rise. You'll also need 1 1/4 cups of whole milk, 1 large egg, 3 tablespoons of melted butter, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract for the wet ingredients that bring everything together. The stars of our recipe are 1/2 cup of creamy peanut butter and 2 ripe bananas. Choose bananas that yield slightly to gentle pressure but aren't overly soft or brown. The peanut butter should be the smooth, creamy variety rather than natural or chunky types, as it incorporates more easily into the batter. You'll also want a little extra butter for cooking the pancakes in your pan. Begin by gathering all your ingredients and allowing them to come to room temperature, which helps everything blend together smoothly. This is particularly important for the egg and milk, as cold ingredients can cause the melted butter to solidify into small lumps when mixed. Start with the dry ingredients in a large mixing bowl. Whisk together the flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt until evenly combined. This initial mixing ensures that the leavening agent distributes evenly throughout the flour, which is crucial for consistent rise and texture in your finished pancakes. In another bowl, mash your bananas until they reach a mostly smooth consistency with just a few small lumps remaining. These little pieces will create delightful pockets of banana flavor throughout your pancakes. The mashing process also releases the banana's natural sugars and moisture, which will contribute to the overall flavor and texture. Warm your peanut butter slightly to make it easier to incorporate. You can do this by placing the measuring cup in warm water for a few minutes or giving it a very brief warming in the microwave. The peanut butter should be soft and spreadable but not hot. Combine the mashed bananas with the milk, egg, melted butter, vanilla, and softened peanut butter. Whisk Whisk these wet ingredients together until the mixture is smooth and the peanut butter is fully incorporated. This step requires patience, as peanut butter can be stubborn about blending completely. Create a well in the center of your dry ingredients and pour the wet mixture into this depression. Using a wooden spoon or rubber spatula, gently fold the ingredients together with slow, deliberate movements. The key to tender pancakes is minimal mixing. Stop as soon as you no longer see streaks of flour, even if the batter looks slightly lumpy. Overmixing develops the gluten in the flour, resulting in tough, chewy pancakes instead of the light, fluffy texture we want. Let the batter rest for 5 minutes while you heat your cooking surface. This resting period allows the flour to fully hydrate and the baking powder to begin its work, contributing to better texture in the finished pancakes. Heat a large skillet or griddle over medium-low heat. The temperature is crucial here. Too hot, and the outsides will burn before the centers cook through. Too cool, and the pancakes will be pale and dense. Test the temperature by sprinkling a few drops of water on the surface. They should sizzle and evaporate within a few seconds. Lightly butter your cooking surface, using just enough to prevent sticking without creating a greasy layer. Pour about 1/4 cup of batter for each pancake, leaving space between them for easy flipping. Cook until bubbles form on the surface and the edges look set, typically 3 to 4 minutes. The bubbles should pop and leave small holes that don't immediately fill back in. This is your signal that the bottom is golden brown and the pancake is ready to flip. Turn each pancake gently with a wide spatula, cooking the second side for 2 to 3 minutes until golden brown. The second side always cooks faster than the first, so watch carefully to prevent burning. Keep finished pancakes warm in a low oven while you cook the remaining batter and serve immediately for the best texture and flavor. Each ingredient in our peanut butter banana pancakes carries its own fascinating story and contributes specific qualities that make these pancakes so satisfying. Understanding these individual components helps us appreciate how they work together to create something greater than the sum of their parts. All-purpose flour serves as the backbone of our pancakes, providing the protein structure that traps air bubbles and creates the tender crumb we love. Modern all-purpose flour is typically made from a blend of hard and soft wheat varieties, milled to remove the bran and germ, leaving the starchy endosperm. This process, perfected during the Industrial Revolution, creates flour with consistent protein levels between 10 and 12%, ideal for pancakes that are neither too dense nor too delicate. The wheat used in today's flour often comes from the Great Plains states, where vast fields stretch across Kansas, Nebraska, and surrounding areas. These regions provide the perfect combination of soil conditions and climate that wheat requires. The milling process involves multiple stages of grinding and sifting, creating the fine, powdery texture that incorporates easily into batters and doughs. Baking powder acts as our chemical leavening agent, creating the lift that transforms dense batter into fluffy pancakes. Most commercial baking powder is double-acting, meaning it releases carbon dioxide gas twice, once when mixed with liquid ingredients and again when heated. This invention, patented in 1868, revolutionized home baking by providing reliable results without the need for yeast or lengthy rising times. The eggs in our recipe serve multiple purposes beyond simple binding. They provide structure through protein coagulation, richness through their fat levels, and moisture through their water amounts. The lecithin naturally present in egg yolks acts as an emulsifier, helping to blend the oil and water-based ingredients into a smooth, cohesive batter. Fresh eggs with bright orange yolks, typically from pasture-raised hens, contribute the best flavor and nutritional value. Whole milk adds richness, moisture, and helps create the tender texture we desire in pancakes. The fat levels in whole milk, typically around 3.25%, contribute to flavor development and help create a more satisfying mouthfeel. The proteins in milk also contribute to browning through the Maillard reaction, giving our pancakes their appealing golden color. Butter brings both flavor and functional properties to our pancakes. The milk solids and butter contribute to browning and add a distinctive nutty flavor when heated. The fat levels help create tender texture by coating flour proteins and preventing tough gluten development. European-style butters, with their higher fat amounts, can create even richer results, though standard American butter works beautifully in this recipe. Our peanut butter represents one of America's most distinctive culinary contributions. Most commercial peanut butter uses peanuts that were grown in Georgia, Alabama, or other southeastern states where the warm climate and sandy soil create ideal growing conditions. The peanuts are actually legumes rather than true nuts, growing underground after the plant's flowers pollinate and send shoots down into the soil. The process of making peanut butter involves roasting the peanuts to develop flavor, then grinding them in stages from coarse pieces to the smooth paste we recognize. Commercial varieties often include small amounts of sugar, salt, and stabilizers to prevent oil separation and enhance flavor. The protein levels in peanut butter, typically around 25%, add nutritional value and help create structure in our pancake batter. Bananas bring natural sweetness, moisture, and distinctive flavor to our pancakes. Most bananas consumed in America are the Cavendish variety, grown in tropical regions of Central and South America. The ripeness of bananas significantly affects their contribution to recipes. Slightly ripe bananas, with yellow skin and just a few brown spots, provide the perfect balance of sweetness and structure for pancakes. As bananas ripen, their starches convert to sugars, which is why overripe bananas taste sweeter but can make pancakes overly moist. The natural sugars in bananas also contribute to browning during cooking, helping create the appealing golden color of finished pancakes. Vanilla extract, though used in small quantities, provides aromatic complexity that enhances the other flavors without overwhelming them. Pure vanilla extract comes from vanilla beans, primarily grown in Madagascar, Mexico, and Tahiti. The extraction process involves soaking vanilla beans in alcohol, which draws out the complex flavor compounds that make vanilla such a beloved flavoring. Salt, often overlooked, plays a crucial role in enhancing all the other flavors in our pancakes while also strengthening the protein structure in the flour. The moment your peanut butter banana pancakes come off the griddle, golden brown and fragrant, marks the beginning of one of breakfast's most satisfying experiences. How you choose to serve and enjoy these pancakes can elevate them from a simple morning meal to a memorable culinary moment that brings comfort and joy to your day. Serve your pancakes immediately while they're still warm, as this is when their texture is at its absolute peak. The contrast between the slightly crispy exterior and the tender, fluffy interior is most pronounced when the pancakes are fresh from the pan. Stack them on warm plates to help maintain their temperature, and consider keeping your serving plates in a low oven for a few minutes before plating. The classic accompaniment is pure maple syrup, preferably grade dark robust, which provides a rich, complex sweetness that complements rather than competes with the peanut butter and banana flavors. Warm the syrup gently before serving, as warm syrup soaks into the pancakes more readily and creates a more luxurious eating experience. Pour it slowly, allowing it to cascade down the sides of the stack and pool slightly on the plate. For additional richness, a small pat of butter placed on top of the hot pancakes creates a delightful melting effect as it slowly disappears into the warm surface. The butter adds another layer of flavor and helps carry the maple syrup throughout each bite. Consider garnishing with thin banana slices arranged in an overlapping pattern across the top pancake. These fresh banana pieces provide textural contrast and reinforce the banana flavor already present in the pancakes themselves. A light dusting of powdered sugar can add visual appeal and a touch of additional sweetness. For special occasions, try serving with a dollop of lightly sweetened whipped cream or a small scoop of vanilla ice cream. The cool, creamy texture creates a delightful temperature contrast with the warm pancakes, turning breakfast into something that feels almost dessert-like. Some families enjoy adding chopped toasted peanuts or a drizzle of additional peanut butter thinned with a little warm milk. These additions intensify the peanut flavor and add textural interest to each bite. If you have leftover pancakes, store them in the refrigerator for up to 3 days, placing parchment paper between each pancake to prevent sticking. Reheat them in a toaster or toaster oven rather than the microwave, which can make them soggy. The toaster method helps restore some of the original texture and prevents the pancakes from becoming dense. For longer storage, these pancakes freeze beautifully for up to 3 months. Wrap them individually in plastic wrap or place parchment paper between them before storing in freezer bags. Frozen pancakes can go directly into the toaster from the freezer, making them an excellent make-ahead breakfast option for busy mornings. Consider making a double batch on weekend mornings, enjoying half immediately and freezing the rest for convenient weekday breakfasts. This approach allows you to enjoy homemade pancakes even when time is limited. These pancakes also work wonderfully for special occasions like birthday breakfasts, holiday mornings, or lazy Sunday brunches with family and friends. The familiar, comforting flavors appeal to both children and adults, making them an excellent choice when cooking for mixed age groups. For variation, try serving them with different fruit accompaniments like fresh strawberries or blueberries, which provide bright, acidic notes that balance the rich peanut butter flavor. A light sprinkle of cinnamon can add warmth and complexity, especially during cooler months. The beauty of peanut butter banana pancakes lies not just in their flavor, but in their ability to create moments of comfort and connection. Whether you're making them for a special someone, enjoying them as a weekend treat, or sharing them with family gathered around the breakfast table, these pancakes have a way of making ordinary mornings feel a little more special. They represent the best of American comfort food, combining simple ingredients in ways that create something both familiar and satisfying. Each bite delivers the nostalgic flavors that remind us of childhood mornings, family kitchens, and the simple pleasure of a well-made breakfast. And on that note, we've reached the end of our gentle journey through the world of peanut butter banana pancakes. From their humble origins and ancient grain cakes to the beloved American breakfast treat we know today, these pancakes tell a story of creativity, comfort, and the joy of sharing good food with the people we care about. Thank you for joining me tonight on Whispered Ingredients. I'll see you next time.